So let's say that an individual joins a particular branch of the service and they're just not happy with it. Maybe it's the Marines, maybe it's the Air Force, and they want to switch over into the Army. Now there's some different options that are available to an individual, but I'm going to focus mainly on just switching over into the Army because I know, like, when I was in the Army, the Air Force wasn't taking prior service. I don't know if they've relaxed on that since then, so we're just simply focusing on switching over into the Army. Maybe someone joins the Marines and they're not happy with it, so they want to come over to the Army. And I use that example because I've actually known people that have done that. I've even known someone that went from the Air Force into the Army. Now with the example of the Marines, it was maybe because they didn't feel like they were getting promoted fast enough, and the Army maybe promotes in some cases faster than the Marines do, or there was a job available in the Army that wasn't available for the Marines, so they wanted to come to the Army to do that, right? So there's some different programs that are available. In some cases, if your job on the Air Force or the Navy is over strength, they might allow you to maybe be discharged early so that you could switch over into the Army to be able to do that MOS in the Army in some cases. But we're going to focus on a program that the Army used to have called the Blue to Green program. Now they still have this program, they've just simply changed the name to Inter-Service Transfer, or IST. Now along those lines is what you would essentially do is you would still have to probably finish out your contract unless you're in one of those cases where you were able to get out a little bit early because your job was over strength in your branch of service. You would talk to an Army recruiter, say, hey, I'm interested in, transferring from the Marines or whatever into the Army, and they would kind of try to set it up to where maybe after your contract's up or you're going to be released, you're going to be able to transfer over into the Army into whatever MOS. Now usually when you do this, you don't want to have too long of a break of service because as the pay grade of an E1 through an E5, if you keep it fairly short, you can probably keep that rank when you transfer into the Army. You extend it out for too long and you might lose some of that rank and you might have to go back through basic training. But if you try to keep it kind of short, you can probably still transfer over in the Army and still keep your rank. So there you go.